This is the air bearing fixture. This is used for grinding the ODs and ends of end mills, as well as doing other OD grinding, let's say on reamers and also pilots on step drills. To put the air bearing fixture on and place the standard workhead, what you'll be doing is loosening this bolt down here, lifting off the old workhead, and putting on the air bearing fixture into here. There's actually a flat on the center post, and you tighten this back up. The components on the air bearing fixture, look at this side first. You have the finger assembly here. You have a micrometer height adjustment here and a lock to lock it in place, and also an adjustable finger that you can slide up and down. This should be set up on center line, so the very tip is on center line of your spindle. You also have, you can see there's a tilt feature here. If you loosen a bolt here, you can tilt the whole fixture, and the angles are engraved right on the top of this piece. You also have in the back an indexer. It has 12 equally numbered slots, and this is the index pawl here. It's spring loaded. Pin drops into the holes on the indexer. This you would use to lock your angle, lock your workhead into place. Turning the fixture around, you can see some of the other controls here. This locks the finger in place so you can slide it up and down the shaft. And this control moves the finger side to side. This handle here loosens the finger assembly and lets it rotate so that you can put on various angles on the tool, on the OD. This is a rocking mechanism. This allows the workhead to rock away from the grinding wheel when you're going from one flute to the next. And this is the fine infeed here. It's graduated in thousandths of an inch. That is of diameter. So actually, when you're moving this, you're taking off the diameter, not the radius of the tool. And here we have the air filter, and you hook your air line right up to this. And check that occasionally and see if you've got any dirt in that. Another thing you have to do when you initially get the air bearing fixture is you have to indicate your air bearing fixture into the slides on the machine. There's a 0 that a white scribe marked on the base. To indicate it in, you would swing the workhead around. The 0 lines up with the 0 on the right-hand side of the scale. Then lock the workhead in place. Then what you would do is mount a magnetic base indicator somewhere up here on the shroud or the spindle, and then move your slideway back and down along the edge of the spindle, getting that indicated true. Once you have that indicated in true on your pivot scale here, then you would mark your 0 point. That way you've got it indicated in so that when this is set at 0, you'd move it 180 degrees, you would be perpendicular to the wheel. This is the operation of end grinding using the air bearing fixture. First, what we've done is removed the finger assembly, taken right off the front, so there's all clear in the front here. Using the indexer here in the back, you would lock it into one of the numbered holes. Usually we start in number 1 hole, and set the lip of your end mill so that it's level, the cutting edges are level, and then tighten the drawbar in the back of the fixture. For generating the primary and secondary and the gashing, that's done using the vertical motion of the grinding spindle. I'm using a 7-inch dish wheel here. That's what I recommend for doing this type of work, so you don't get too much of a radius in your tool, and also so that you have a thin section for gashing. So use the same procedure that you'd use for end mill grinding using the standard workhead. You would lower your grinding spindle down. In this case, to put a 25-degree secondary on, I'm going to lower it down to 35 on the scale. I'm going to switch on. across to the opposite edge, then set your slip ring to 0 on the other end. And just continue indexing around, grinding all 4 sides, in this case on a 4-flute end mill. Now in doing the primary, lift it up to a higher number. In this case, we'll be grinding a 5-degree primary clearance. I bring it up to 8 on the scale, but the actual heights that you set this at, you're going to have to check in your manual. There's a chart in there, because the height settings for the given angles are going to change as the grinding wheel diameter changes. And for doing the gashing, recommend using the same angle that you use for doing the secondary.